Hole number 1 is a nice way to open up to the golf course at 376 yards. Choosing something different than a driver off the tee will position the player in the fairway that slopes from left to right. A shot off the tee in the rough will make it very challenging to find the putting surface, as the approach shot is uphill and demands a shot to the appropriate level where the hole location is set. Hole number 2 is the shortest of the par 3s on our golf course, but a premium on finding the putting surface off the tee. And if missed on the right, it will lead to a difficult up and down from a deep bunker, and if missed to the left, the bunker complexes run away from you as the green is tilted from left to right. The third hole, most recently redone in 2018, is an amazing tee shot from an elevated tee box. The pond on the right was doubled in size to create more of a challenge for the player off the tee, and the green complex is deep from front to back. The fourth hole is a true 3-shot par 5. Finding the fairway off the tee will allow the player to navigate the fairway bunkers on their second shot to a particular yardage into a challenging green. Hitting a good wedge into number 4 is key to making birdie. The sixth hole is framed by bunkers off the tee on the left and right. Some players may choose to hit shorter than a driver to ensure the fairway, and coming into one of the smallest greens on property, finding the putting surface is key. The seventh hole begins a difficult stretch on the front 9. Choosing driver or fairway wood off the tee to a dogleg right will find the fairway, and hitting your approach shot to the appropriate level on the putting surface is necessary. Missing the green here will give the player a very difficult up and down. My favorite hole location is back center, where the player has to navigate the ridge that runs through the center of the green. The newly designed 8th hole is going to give the MGA a number of different opportunities for course setup, stretching now to 338 yards and a fairway bunker that is in play off the tee. Players will hit a variety of different clubs off the tee to create position and angle into a very shallow and undulated green. If played forward around the 300-yard mark, we could see a drivable par 4 option that could yield an eagle. The 9th hole is the most challenging hole on the front 9. Stretching out to 435 yards from the back tee, this slightly uphill approach shot will give the players a test. Navigating the wind and the uphill and finding the correct level of the putting green is the only way to make birdie on this difficult closing hole for the front 9.
The back 9 opens up with a par 4, slight dogleg to the right, uphill. Key to playing the hole is avoid the fairway bunker and get it out into the fairway, knock it onto the middle of the green. The 11th hole is a long downhill par 3. Statistically, we have found that this is the toughest hole against par on the golf course. And I think that can be explained because of for windy conditions up on the hill, a small green, which is a small target for everybody, and tough up and down if you miss the green. 12 is the toughest hole in the back 9, handicap-wise, but it's a downhill dogleg left. Key here is to get it in the fairway, far enough down the hill so that you're not on a side slope. The green has 2 distinct levels, front and back, and it's key to being able to make a putt to be on the right level. Number 13 is a uphill par 4. Stretches back to 388. Players have to navigate a fairway bunker in the middle of the fairway, and then a second shot to a small green with 2 distinct levels, front and back, and similar to number 12, it's key to being on the right level to make a putt. Number 14 is another par 3 that plays downhill with a pond on the edge of the green on the right. Pin can be tucked against the pond, or it can be tucked behind the bunkers on the left. Number 15 is a long par 5, but depending on the tee shot, it could be an opportunity for somebody to knock it on the green with a long second shot. Green is a small target. You play it as a 3-shot hole. Good wedge shot into the green from 100 yards is a good play. Number 16 is the last par 3 in the golf course, stretches back to 195 yards. One of the new greens that we built, 2 distinct levels, tricky green if you're putting downhill especially. 3 is always a good score on number 16. Number 17, dogleg to the right. Sharp turn to the right after the tee shot. Key is to avoid the trees, avoid the fairway bunkers, get it out into the fairway where you can have a shorter shot to the green, which is a big green for our course. Undulating, so putts can be tricky on this green. 4 is always a good score, but again, a good tee shot could put you in position to challenge for a 3. Number 18, a reachable par 5 in 2 shots. player is going to want to challenge the pond from the tee and get himself as close to the water as possible so that he can set himself up for a second shot into a long, narrow green that stretches from left to right. Key here is to get it on the green, on the right level, avoid the bunkers, and avoid that up and down shot from around the green.